Hello, hello. I am feeling like doing a morning stream. So we're going to continue working on pcalc. I put the last pcalc stream up on YouTube. I don't know if I'll put this one up or not. We will see. I thought the last one had some pretty useful information in it though, so I figured might as well put it up there. So one thing I'm thinking is we actually don't want no built-in. Hello, Croifa. I am working on pcalc at the moment. So the thing about no built-in is if we do that, I'm pretty sure that would disable the VA arg built-ins. So that would be counterproductive. And I think we should set this up to do the different build types for the different backends. So I'm gonna want to set it. Yeah, I'm writing the build file in D right now. And I'm going to want to make the build backend argument be required, I think. Either that or just have it default to something. Actually, that would probably be better to just have it default to something. Something like that. But I am going to need it to take an argument. Oh, you just, if it's a type, it'll figure that out. Cool. And I'll default it to X11. Although they can even do an enum, that would be even better. But how does that work under the hood? Like, do you pass it a string and it figures it out using introspection, I guess? That must be what it does. Because you can get like the names of the enum members and stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's really cool. So I'm going to have an enum backend that's going to have x11 and xcb, and then I'm going to say and I think that should be good. Now, based on the back end, I'm kind of thinking too, I don't really need source path. I don't think I'm using that anywhere but here. So we're going to have a string of source files, but we're going to set them based on the backend selection. Or I guess we should just do a switch on it. That would probably be best. And how do you make it so it's required to have every option? I think it's the final keyword. I'll double check that in a sec. Yeah, a final switch. That's what I want. And so we're going to say if we're on the X11 backend, we want those files, and otherwise we're just going to have main.c. Now, there's going to be backend specific flags too. So you attempted an XCB platform layer but gave up on it. I have a working XCB backend for pcalc, but I'm switching it to be pure X11 where I talk to it through sockets. So like I have all this low level stuff implemented, to connect to a socket. I wrap the syscall using inline assembly and stuff like that. And then in here in the X11 backend, you see I'm defining everything I need and then doing everything the hard way. But then here's my platform XCB, and yeah, it's a lot of fun writing from like the lowest possible level. I really enjoy it, and I think it'll make a good end result. I didn't bother in my implementation here. I didn't bother to do like error handling stuff that XCB does. But other than that, I implemented everything I needed from create window and all the rendering stuff. Yeah, I have keyboard input working. I'll show you it actually. So here's pcalc, and if I hit the I key, it goes into insert mode, as you can see by the little cursor there. And then I can type into it. I can do uppercase as well. I don't think I support the caps lock key, just because I didn't want to go the extra mile there. I don't have caps lock mapped to anything on my keyboard. I have that key mapped to escape, and I didn't map anything else to caps lock, so it doesn't even matter for me. But I have shift working. And most other keys, like you saw, I just went into normal mode. Like here's insert mode, here's normal mode. That's by pressing the escape key. And of course I have backspace working as well and stuff like that. I walked over all the code in a different, in the last stream I did the other day, and I put that on YouTube. So you can see right here, I have a video up from the last live stream I did on pcalc, and I walked through the entire code base explaining everything. So if you look through that, you could see the code in more detail. I mean, I just skim over it, but yeah. So I do use a key map. I'll show you basically what I do. I studied from the XCB source code and like tried to find examples online to learn from. So I kind of figured out what I needed from it. But let me see if I can see here. I don't remember if we need to set anything special up when we're creating the window. Here I'm allocating key sims. So you can see I do an XCB key symbols alloc call right here. And I think the meat of everything that it does is in the event handler pretty much. So I handle XCB key press right here in the event handler. And then I grab a key press event. So you can see me doing that here. I cast it to XCB key press event type. And then to get the key sim, I do an XEB key press lookup key sim. And then I switch on the symbol. And so you can detect things like escape and backspace. The XKB extension, I'm probably using that on this backend. I don't remember what all I use on this backend, but you can see the code of what I was doing here. Here is the default case, and this is where it gets kind of interesting. So you get a symbol, and then you check the state if it's shifted, and then you do a key press lookup key sim if it is. Otherwise, you use the original symbol, and that's how I'm doing shift. And if you want to be more robust, there's like more to it than just that, and you can find that stuff looking in the XCB source, I think. So if I go to third party, you can see all the stuff I have here. So I maybe I don't use the XKB extension, because these are all the third-party libraries I use, I think. So there's XAU, XCB, XCB Proto, XCB Util Keysims, so I use that. XCB Util Window Manager, I guess, and XProto. It looks like that's, and util macros, I think, is XCB related as well. So I actually downloaded all the source to these, and then compiled them myself using the muscle C runtime and standard library. But like if you just grep around, I think you can find their implementations of some stuff. Unless I'm probably thinking of third-party code actually that I studied from. I don't remember. When I implemented this, I should have done it on stream, but that was a long time ago that I wrote this, so I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think I bothered to do that myself. I just did it this way because for a calculator, I don't really need much other than like ASCII symbols and numbers, pretty much. There's not really anything special you would need for my use case. So I think even international, like I'm pretty sure there's not a keyboard that doesn't have the basics. So I just went this route. But yeah, it is really hard to find good documentation on this kind of stuff. It can be pretty frustrating. But anyway, I'm going to go back to my build scripts and continue working on that. Yeah, and here you can see the flags that I was linking with. So I was linking with keysims here and the other stuff, but no XKB. I see. Yeah, I'm not trying to do copy and paste either. At least not like traditional style copy and paste. I'm gonna have like keyboard strokes like P to paste and like Y to yank. And I don't know yet if that's gonna just well, I guess it would have to talk to the X server, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'll need to figure out how to do that at some point. Okay, so another thing I need to do is add on the X11 flags or the risc-v flags. Oh, and I need to rewrite the way I did it here, don't I? Although the other thing is I'm going to want a space in between them. So actually, I should do it the way I had before. And change these. Alright, I think that looks good. Yeah, that should be good. Excuse me. And with that, I think we should be good. I can't really test it right now, though. Actually, maybe I can. I was thinking I didn't have my stuff set up to do an XCB build, but Maybe I do. So the build time and compile time are kind of redundant since I'm linking from the compiler. Actually, I want to keep that there. Oh, do I not have LGC on here? I have DMD. Let's just use DMD for now. Oh, with must need parentheses. Okay, what are these warnings? So it's telling me all this is unused. Unknown arguments. Oh, it must be bad ordering. Or wait. I thought no stdlib was a valid thing to a valid thing to pass to the linker. Although it's taking it as if this is one large single argument, it should be two arguments. It must need a space between or It must be because there's a space right here. There shouldn't be a space, I think is what it's trying to tell me. So where does that happen? Right here. Which would mean these need to be like this. Okay, so now it's saying user starts. And now all this stuff is saying it's unused. I wonder if it's just bad ordering. It looks like these ones are used. Or wait, maybe not. Hmm. Oh, I do need to select the backend though. I forgot about that. I think it wants something like that. Okay, we're getting some warnings and some errors, and we're still getting all this stuff going on here. Oh, that's a good warning though. Or error, I mean. Oh, I see the problem. That should not be include path. I'll just do it like that for now. Is that not what I want? Oh, I think it's because I have the syntax wrong. Hello, risc-v. Yeah, I put the last one on YouTube. I can put this one on YouTube too. I wasn't sure if I was gonna put this on YouTube again, but the last one had some good information in it. I didn't post it on Patreon, and I didn't make it early access because it's not really part of the like risky business series or anything. But yeah, if you enjoy watching the pcalc stuff, the first one's already on YouTube. I didn't like this is I've been working on it off stream for a long time already though. So we're kind of jumping into the middle of it, but this one was like a 3.5 hour stream that I did over the weekend, and I walked through the entire code base and basically explained everything that's going on in it. So if you're interested in watching, that's the place to start. And thank you for stopping by the stream, risc-v, even though you can't watch right now. Or if risc-v literally can't watch right now, we should probably type that in the chat, huh? Oh, okay, he was watching. Awesome. Yeah, see you later. Thank you for stopping by. All right. So I think we got this fixed now. Let's see if it helps at all. We're still getting all these warnings. And sprintf has a lot of warnings, apparently, that we don't care about. Looks like most of them are sign conversions. And cas. I kind of like having those warnings in my own code, though. I don't think there's a way to, like, tell it not to warn just for one file, though. Especially if it's a header. So we might have to live with that. Okay, here's a useful error. Yes, I am using Clang. Oh, thank you for the link. Oh, interesting. So you can actually do it with pragmas? So that's a GCC solution. But it's a GCC thing. I wonder if Clang can handle it too. Okay, you think so? I'll give that a try later. I'm not going to do that right now, but thank you for pointing that out. I'll definitely try that. Oh, okay. I'll try that first and see if you're correct on that. Yeah. So this must be just a straight up error. I'm guessing S is a string. That's definitely incorrect. Where was that? Yeah, that's supposed to be the length of the string, obviously. Looks like I did that somewhere else too. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that myself. As long as I can get the compiler to shut up about it, I'm fine. Implicit declaration of pcalc main. Okay, I guess we'll stick that attribute on there. Oh, is that not how you do an attribute? Oh, nice. That's one thing I like about D, is the ability to do more stuff at compile time. Yeah, what's the syntax to do no return? No return. Oh, I see. It's like this. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good breakfast. And I look forward to seeing your blog post. So if we want to be compatible with GCC, we need to put it somewhere else, apparently. Unused parameter, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I need 3 pointers and an integer. Oh, 2 integers. Oh, right, it would put it in bin. I guess I don't really need a build directory at all, do I? Although there is a main.o file that got put here. Interesting. And then there are those other errors too. Oh, that's why I still have the -C. So we're getting linker errors, but that makes sense because it was warning about not finding that stuff. Hello, Snail. It's going pretty good. How about you? So I think at this point, nice. I am not familiar with Elite Dangerous. I think what I want to do at this point is commit what I have and then start patching. Ah, interesting. All right. Now that I've got that committed, I'm going to use start patching. So yeah, I want to take out those two lines, and then I want to try this thing that Croafa suggested. Okay, so do we want to do the system header thing, or do we want to do the diagnostic thing? So this Clang documentation doesn't say anything about not having the compiler name, but I'm gonna try it. So I'm just gonna stick it right here. So I'm still getting those warnings. And it calls it an unknown prigma, so no, I do need to specify the compiler there. But yeah, that works great. So let's look into these user start, user end errors. Interesting, it's not turning up any results. And I'm not sure why it's doing that either, because I'm not passing user start or user end in myself. Let's see what happens if we switch linkers. Oh, well, that's not an option for normal LD, apparently. Let's try it like that. Yeah, LD complains the same thing. Cannot find user start, cannot find user end. This does have a trailing comma though, because this is empty. Yeah, that did not make a difference. So what is the problem? Let me try having linker flags not have anything in it. Or I guess I should comment out. This right here. Still complains. think it might be a problem in the muscle cling wrapper. Yeah, it seems to be an actual problem in that wrapper. So I'm just going to run with this for a little bit and see if I can clean up those other errors. And then we'll investigate more. So why is it not linking with those correctly? Let's continue to simplify the build scripts. Okay, well, at this point, it's a pretty simple build script. But I'm still getting undefined references. I'm really confused because I'm linking with XEB and those files are present in here. And the other thing is, I'm not getting the thing saying it's not found. I'm curious if it's like a problem with the file or something. So it's definitely got a lot of symbols in it. So let's do that again. And grep for one of the things that's missing. Yeah, it has the symbol. So why is it an undefined reference? I am extremely confused right now. Okay, I'm gonna start by getting rid of all these. And we'll see what happens. The warning doesn't change at all. Let me try something. I think it might be that they need to be in a different place on the command line. So if I jump down here, something like that. Okay, that actually seemed to do something, though. Now we've only got a few that are missing. So I wonder where those symbols live. So apparently it's just the ordering. Yeah, so that solves that mystery. Okay, so for linker flags, what I'm going to do is just concatenate them like that. Not quite. Oh, I see why. Just reorder them like this. Oh, that's not what I want though. You know, I wonder if I can pass them directly into the linker. Okay, yeah, I can do it that way. Alright, now we got it building in the right place. And I don't think I really need build path. Now, I can do something like that. Now let's try a release build. Oh, it doesn't like this. I wonder if it needs that space or not. Apparently not. Whoops. Oh, but that's still linked to the wrong place. But yeah, it looks like it properly optimized it. 27K versus 85K. So let's fix the linking. It's using bin path though. So I'm confused how it could have built correctly, but not linked correctly. Okay, well, there we go. You know, I wonder if the ln fails, actually. I think that's what the problem was. Like, if I do another build now, but I do it in debug, yeah, see, it's still linked to release. So what you need to do is rm bin name yeah, and then that works correctly. So now if I switch it back to release, now we see it correctly did that. Okay. Now, do I need the force flag for anything? Okay, so I still have the incremental flag. Let's get rid of that. So the thing that the force flag is doing is if we do a clean, we can also do a clean rebuild by doing F with it. I guess that's worth keeping around. So like if I do and can I combine these together maybe? Yeah, you can do that. Sweet. So you can see it did a clean, but then because we specified force, it also did a rebuild. Let's do a release build and make sure that works. seems to be working just fine. So yeah, now the only question I have left is why the muscle claying isn't working. Oh, and I still have those backwards. I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Seems kind of random. Okay, so now it works again. Oh, but the build doesn't work. Interesting. Interesting, but I don't want it to be using that in the first place, I think. But it's around lunchtime, so I think I might take a break here. And then I still need to remember to commit a patch for the changes I made to as printf. But I'll do that later.